mo jáwé gbégbé kí wọ́n má gbàgbé mi. Mo jáwé onítẹ̀tẹ̀ kí wọ́n má tẹ̀ mí mọ́lẹ̀. Ọ̀yọ́ ń lọ kó ṣe wáre. Ojú ìpọ́n rokoroko kó gbàgbé ilé.
Patience is a virtue. It's a special skill that kept the world at peace. Unfortunately, there is no peace on earth because no one wants to wait for anything anymore. We are all in a hurry to do everything. How sad. Mrs. Alberta Oluwafolakunmi Titilola Oshodi was regarded as someone who is very patient. She's never in a hurry to do anything. That makes her different from the rest of us. Perhaps this is one thing the new generation can learn from this woman with great character and personality.
Patience is one of the things you should learn. Consideration for other people's feelings. Caring, and she was prayerful. Tolerant. She was very tolerant. She cared for people. She was tolerant and she was very patient. I think we all need to learn that from her. I found her, like she said, very peaceful, always smiling and gentle. That's Mama Larry for you. I studied Sisi Fola, late Mrs. Oshodi. I studied her and she was really an enigma. She was unique. And I'm still trying to understand her kind of person, Because she was a charming person. She was always smiling. She was quiet.
What I remember about her, she's quiet. And then when we are having discussion, she'll just say, whatever you say. I always say, no, you must make up your mind. You must tell us what you want. It's not what we are saying. You tease her and everything.
She was a bit subdued because it's not that she was afraid of the senior sister, but maybe out of respect, she couldn't voice more of maybe disagreement. So she was always quiet and tagging along with her. For peace sake, we will say. But we were always taking her side against the sister. That was the fun we had.
She never complained. She never contradicted anybody. And that puzzled me. Because my own character, I will complain. If anything happens, and if anybody tries to do harm, I will contradict that person. I will express my own opinion. But she was not like that.
What I remember about my granny was, she was very gentle, soft-spoken, very calm. Even when she was angry, or when there was a situation where she was angry, she couldn't even demonstrate her anger because she was always so gentle.
She trusted us so much that if we want to take a decision and we say to her, say, Fola, what do you think? What shall we say? We know what she's going to say. She said, hey, anything you decide, I agree with. Sometimes I'm angry with her. She said, Fola, you are elder. You should take the decision and we'll follow. She will smile. She said, no, I trust you.
We never knew anything about half-sisters. Here, once somebody is not from the same family, same mother, and this is your half-sister. And mentally, there's a sort of division. But that never happened with us. They came to live with us in Yaba. There are times when I come back from school, I run to them, have my lunch with them, rather than waiting for my mother's food. And you know how people will feel. You mean you are eating your half-sister's food? Suspicions, that never occurred with us. We ate happily. My mother didn't bother. Okay, you've gone there to eat. When you are hungry, you come back to my own dish.
Very patient. very gentle. In fact, in my tribute, I wrote that she was so patient to the point of being too quiet. Because she will allow you to just say all you have to say. She will not even break you. She will not hurt you. She was that patient, you know. And of course, she will not even argue with you.
Mrs. Alberta Oluwafolakunmi Titilola Oshodi was born in Lagos on the 30th of April 1928. Major General Robert Adeyinka Adebayo, former governor of Western Region of Nigeria. Olatunji Fortunatus Gomez, prominent lawyer and activist. And Honora Nzeku, the author of the famous book Eze Goes to School, were all born in 1928. Obviously, there is something special about 1928. Sisi Fola was born into the family of the late Francisco Eugenio Aderinkoye Pereira and Shetelu Pereira of Lagos. Her father, Mr. F.E. Pereira, was a top personality in Lagos back in the 1900s. Her late mom was Ni Janet Ebunluwa Aboyade Cole, a quiet and lovely woman who had class and personality. Mrs. Folakunmi Oshodi attended Convenant Secondary School and later went on to a sewing institute in Lagos. Sisi Fola had a wonderful childhood. She had a unique character that stood her out as a special human being with a lovely soul.
Our father always arranged for all of us to leave Lagos by train in those days to Oshogbo, where he was the district officer. And we used to enjoy the train trips, you know, all the stations, stopping at all the stations. Then we were met at Oshogbo. And we used to have fun. We used to have fun with our parents. And you know how children are, you know, playing pranks on our parents, you know, and collaborating when we want to avoid punishment if we have done something bad. So that was how our childhood was.
I want to say that Mama Larry was never a half-sister to us. Even it's like our other late sister, Mrs. Irele, nothing like half. We respected age.
In fact, people didn't know the difference that we were half-sisters. Many people didn't know it. We ourselves, we didn't even think of it that way.
So there was a day I came back, I was coming back from work. I decided to call at my parents because I usually, you know, call at them when I'm there. I saw my sister Sisi Fola. So my mother, you know, the way I saw my mother, I said, Yinka, Fola one big, you know, I said, what is it? She said, she's in labor. I said, labor? At that time I was driving Volkswagen, you know, in 1962 or thereabout. Cannot remember what year, either 62 or 63, when she had the last child, Femi. So I bundled her into my car, Volkswagen, and I said, Sisi Fola, Emma bimo sinu moto mi o. I drove her to Island Maternity from Yaba, from this, you know, to Island Maternity. And because I've already worked there, she was admitted and everything. I got a few things, you know. By that time, I didn't have time to go back to her house, which was nearby, to pick things, you know. So I just said, first of all, let's get to the hospital. So I took it, you know, just to let you know that the way she takes things, you know, quiet, oh, they are there for me, you know, things like that. So I told her, don't have your baby in my car. Make sure we get to Island Maternity. You can imagine from Yaba driving to Island Maternity. I think we got there. She had a baby, and that was Femi, the last child.
That was the closeness and the kind of jokes I would play on her. I'll give you an example. We were much older than I'd, you know, gotten. And anytime we were at parties, I would always play this game on her. I know she loved drinking stout. And I also started drinking stout because I was very thin. I was what they now call lepa, you know. Not the Orobo that I am now, you know. And so somebody advised me to start drinking stout, that I will put on weight. So the two of us will sit down together. Most times I will sit by her, she'll be drinking her stout, I'll be drinking mine. And then I would look at her and say, "See, Fola, standard killer wa." You know, that's my game. As if the stout is the class, you know. I said, "I'm already in standard 2, so you better hurry up, otherwise I'll leave you behind." And she would smile.
On her 90th birthday, we had fun because we all went there. Each time, my sister would say, "Let's go and see Mama Lanrio. Let's go." And we said, "Take it easy. We will go. Let's go when we are all ready to go." And we went on her 90th birthday. We didn't know that that would be the last we will see her, you know.
Even though I'm going to miss her, I'm not sad. I'm not sad because she lived to a ripe old age. And not only that she lived to a ripe old age, she lived a happy, peaceful life and a fulfilled life. She lived to see her children prosper, you know, and that is why I'm very, very happy for her, you know. I'm not sad at all. I'm glad for her. I know that she has earned her rest, you know. And when it's time for me to go, I will meet her and we'll continue the game.
Mrs. Alberta Oluwafolakunmi Titilola Oshodi got married to the late Victor Olawunmi of Oshodi Takpa of Lagos. Remember that the patriarch of the Oshodi Takpa family, Chief Balogun Landuji Oshodi Takpa, was Oba Kosoko's war captain and one of the most powerful chiefs in the Oba of Lagos court in the mid-1800s. When the British decided to invade Lagos in November 1851, Chief Oshodi was right there with Oba Kosoko to defend our land against the colonialists. Perhaps Sisi Fola took part of her love for history and strength of character from her husband, who descended from a great African warrior and hero.
I could remember she were telling me stories about the olden days and during her own time. I always tell Mama read the history. But history lemon. And she we laughed over it.
One other thing that I remember for is her sharp memory. She had a kind of power of recall, that she could tell you stories, events of the past, you know, to your surprise, you know.
On to the end, she still has her faculty 100%, and that I really respect her.
Grandma just taught me respect for not just my elders but for everyone around me, and she also taught me to be responsible, and that shaped me into the person that I am today.
Her gentility and her strength of character. Then Mama was very strong. In 28 years that she lived with us, I can't remember taking her to the hospital more than 3 times. She was a very strong woman.
I was a very stubborn girl, and every now and again we would have our, squabbles. And she would say to me, if I said anything to her, she would say to me, "Yeah, Lomba sorrow." And I used to wonder, what does she mean by that? You know, the first time I asked Auntie Femi to interpret
what that meant.
Yeah. And Auntie Femi said she's talking about your mother, and I would quarrel with her. And she would, the first time she went to go and get a cane, I think it was a wooden stick. She went to go and get it to smack me, and ever since then, I just was never disrespectful towards her.
Patience is not the only character that sets Sisi Fola apart from the rest of us. She also had other qualities like being very independent, caring, prayerful, and neat.
She was quiet, and prayerful.
Yeah, talking about Mama, I have to come a long way. I'm talking of 1980 till this time. So honestly, I have known her for this long, and I know that she's a very caring or she was a caring person. I know her to be very fond of the children. I know her to be very fond of her family. She had good relationship with men and women around her, which means the sisters, the brothers, the nieces, the nephews, and everybody. She was quite nice. She was gentle, very homely, really.
She's always ready to listen to what you have to say, always available to make you smile. Those are the things that I know that I will for sure remember Grandma for. Well, for me, the things I remember Grandma for is her independence. She was a very independent person. She was very kind, very prayerful, and she sang a lot. She sang a whole lot, and the discussions we had from time to time. That's what I remember Grandma for.
I have lots of wonderful memories of my grandmom. One of them I can, remember very well was the period when we lost our father. He had just died, and she came over to stay with us at our house. My mom asked her to come over, and she came over, and I can remember her trying to have so much control over us. And I think that was the first time she started cooking for us, and she cooked some funny meals then. If you can understand, we had just come back from America,
yeah.
And we weren't used to a couple of meals, and she was always making amala, which was very black, and that was kind of strange to us. But she always kind of made us try to make us eat it, and when we didn't like it, then she made something else. And that was the very early stages of our lives. Another very good fun memory is when we also went to live with her for a while, and she was always very loving. She was always so funny.
Mama is gentle, neat, quiet, soft-spoken, and very independent.
And remember, she was always so clean, and she was always arranging her cupboard, and everything was so neat. And I used to ask myself, how is it that this old lady is so neat and clean? But that was good as well.
Very tidy. In fact, I would say neat. She kept everything in place. There's no how. If you come into her place and you did anything, before you know it, she will have rearranged those things where she kept them. So she was really painstaking and very, very well organized.
She's loving, caring, peaceful, and fun to be with.
Very, very religious. Very, very prayerful. She was always praying for everybody.
Young people today don't know how to save money. That's why they are always broke and running back to their parents for financial support. Another important thing that Mrs. Alberta Oluwafolakunmi Titilola Oshodi taught her grandchildren is the culture of saving for the future.
Basically, the life lessons that I learned from Grandma are basically to be kind, to be respectful, and to have a very good saving culture.
When I lost my husband, I was very young with my 5 children. She came over to the house to stay with me. We were always talking. She would comfort me, and she was giving me lectures about men.
Say she has a stabilizing effect on my family. She was always there for us, giving us advice, and taking care of the home front when we've gone to work.
Granny was, she had a lot of words of wisdom. She would say, don't fight. She would advise me on the things of life, and, she was just a very sweet person.
Right.
The last couple of years, I'm so happy that we spent time with her. We went to go and visit her every now and again. Mm-hmm. And, she would always say, hello, my dear, how are you? And ask about everybody. Granny was consistent. That's one of her qualities.
Caring about everybody.
She was consistent, asking about everybody, even my mother-in-law, Mama Lesha. She would call Mama Lesha. Even there were times when she couldn't get through to me. She would call Mama Lesha, and Mama Lesha would say, okay, she would call Tutu, But Granny was loved by everybody. Loved by everybody. She will surely be missed. I'll miss her voice. I'll miss her smile. I'll miss her. Granny, we love you. Rest in peace.
We love you, Granny.
We all want to live a happy and peaceful life. But do we have the patience to wait in order to achieve that? Mrs. Alberta Oluwafolakunmi Titilola Oshodi has given us a hint that if we are patient enough, everything we desire will come to us. Everyone is here today to celebrate our life and legacy. Don't let us just dance, drink, eat, and marry. Let us learn from Sisi Fola's exemplary character of patience. Because no matter how much we have, we are not going to take anything with us. All that matters is family and love. Let's be patient.
Sisi Fola ti lọ, ó ti gòkè àgbà, ó ti rìnrìn àrèmábọ̀, ó di gbére, ó dojú àlá, ó dàrin nàkó. Mo dé ọba méjì ọ̀rẹ́, ọmọ tàgbàtà ọmọ lẹ́gbẹ́ lẹ́rù, ọmọ oníbòkìtì pa. Kíbo má jà kọ́mọdé ọba má dẹyọ ọmọ ṣẹ fún ọmọ yúnwẹ́. Sisi Fola lọ o. Bó bá délé o, kó bá wa kí bàbá wa o. Francisco Pereira, ọmọ ṣẹ́tẹ̀ olú. Sisi Fola ti lọ. Àtúní rẹ́ni bíi Sisi Fola nú ẹbí mọ́ o. Ọ̀run re o. Àgbé torí ọmọ rẹ̀ dárò ó lélè. Àlùkò torí ọmọ rẹ̀ gòsù ó lélè. Ìyá yòókù torí ọmọ rẹ̀ pàgógó idẹ o. Àwa kò lè tàrò ìwọ̀n yẹn, ká máa bólú ṣeré ìwọ̀nràn ó lélè. Ọba ni mo re, ọba ni mo re, bẹ́ẹ̀ bá wá mi délé o. Ọba ni mo re, ọba ló láyò, ọba ló láyò, ẹ wá bá wa ta. Ọba ló láyò, ẹ wá bá wa ta. Ó dàárọ̀, méjì ọ̀rẹ́, sùn re, ó dàrin nàkó, ó dojú àlá, sùn re o.